Hello and welcome to HW News. After much confusion and indecisiveness, the University Grants Commission has finally come up with a solution for the students whose examinations were pending due to coronavirus pandemic and the subsequent lockdown. But the solution it has proposed is receiving a massive backlash from the student community. It was in March that the lockdown was announced. Subsequently, the universities and schools were also asked to shut down for the period of the lockdown. Then there was the first lockdown, then second lockdown, then third, and so on and so forth. Now we have government unlocking the country and the economy. All of this happened in the last 3 months, and for the 3 straight months, the schools, colleges and universities were completely shut. The exams that usually take place by the month of March-April have been delayed. In some states, students have given examination for all these subjects except 2. In some states, the exams were yet to begin. On the other hand, even if the schools and universities are not really opening, some have decided to take it online. Online classes have begun, but what about the students who were supposed to give the exams? The University Grants Commission on Monday decided that universities and colleges across the country will have to hold their final year or final semester examinations by September 30th. The Union Home Ministry has already given the approval to such institutes for conducting these tests. In a meeting held on Monday, the UGC officials decided that final year examinations can be held either online or offline, which is pen and paper examinations, or using a combination of the both. For students not in final year, UGC also allowed universities and colleges to choose their own method to close the academic session. Students missing the exams in September will get another chance, and universities will conduct special exams as and when feasible. The order for states like Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, etc., which have already cancelled the examination, came as another trouble. Many students disapproved of the decision by the UGC. Moreover, when the universities were closed, the number of coronavirus cases in the country were very few. Now, when the COVID cases in the country are continuously increasing and India is the third most affected country in the world, how rational is the decision to conduct examination and whether it is putting the lives of students in danger? We spoke to the student leaders to get a perspective on this issue.
By this video, I would like to raise few issues which are going these days in India. A bunch of illiterate goons have passed one notification which is totally anti-students, in which they have given the permission to the Higher Education Secretary, in which they have given the permission to conduct final year examination. By this video, I would like to raise one question, that is, dear Prime Minister, kindly get all your prime members of Parliament into the Parliament and conduct sessions first. After that, give us the solution how students will go and conduct online examinations who are not able to have laptops and internet facilities with them. I would like to say the members of Parliament of BJP are not ready to come to Parliament and to attend session. Then why this draconian law is only justified for the students' fraternity? I would like to say that only few people are in the favor to conduct examination just because of their personal entities, not everyone.
Firstly, the rule itself is stupid on 2 counts. Like when the government is telling that non-terminal students will be evaluated on basis of internal marks, the idea, if there is any ideal batch or ideal group of students who are actually eligible for that, would be the terminal students, because they have given numerous exams before coming to the last year. There are so many other marks that they have. The option that the UGC could have done is, it could have, like Maharashtra did, it could have asked the colleges and universities to evaluate students on basis of the internal marks and the previous year's marks, a cumulative average, and give students an opportunity to improve at a future date when the pandemic ends. This would have allowed people who would have scored better but could not because of the average marks of previous semesters an opportunity to do that. But they did not do that. What they did is they have given a license to universities. Like we had a very personal case that people from NIT Tadepalligudem wrote to us. They said their NIT is very new. Students went when the pandemic started to their homes. Their director called and told that you all have to give online exams or else I'm going to fail you. Now students have gone to villages. In what way are they going to come back or access internet? The accessibility of internet in India is very less. Even those who don't have proper gadgets to have online classes. And asking students to come back to universities and colleges to write exams, one, it is going to expose them to a pandemic. They will get infected. In the process, there's a fear that teachers who are much more older and who fall in that category of people of high risk, they are at the risk of infection. And imagine the scale of movement of these students. For example, if I take the example of Delhi University itself, roughly more than 50,000 students would come to give examinations. Where will they be? How will they be accommodated? There is no public transport. There are no trains. People are suffering. Families are suffering from economic meltdown. In such a situation, I think the considerable solution would have been either promote all students or extend the academic year universally across the country, right from your school to college. Then it would have been valid that once the pandemic ends, then classes would happen, then the education would go forward. And this 6 months would have been taken as a period where, nothing, like a zero term for the academic. This would have been the rational one. This would not have forced anyone to take any ghastly decision. Now, I'm actually afraid of one student's own health and in the process, the infections that would rise around. We don't have a vaccine yet. Teachers' health and the parents, they'll go give an exam and then they have to come back home, right? What about the parents? Their health is also under threat. I think there is a lack of mind that has been applied by Home Ministry, because it is the Home Ministry which has given a go-ahead to UGC to do it, because UGC priorly recommended terminal students be passed on basis of internal analysis. And the experience of Delhi University that we have seen has brought a much more different picture. Like they said, open book examination. One, the kind of question paper that came out was too funny. We could not imagine whether we should laugh or feel bad. The model question papers that came out. The question papers got swapped. Economic students got history. It just happened that way. Now, the biggest question is of access. Even if offline exams happen, how will students come? If online, so it's like a sin for those students who don't have internet access or gadgets, that they would fail. It would bring them misery for the rest of their lives. Students are at the losing end, and one more thing, students' opinion has never been factored in also. Like the government could have asked students' opinion. Like we remember from All India Students Association, AISA, for whom I'm the national president, we wrote to the ministry, MHRD, in the month of April itself, that they should consider extending the semester and the academic year for everyone holistically, so that there is no problem and no online exam, no offline exam, risking pandemic during the pandemic. But we did not get any response from the ministry. If they would have asked students the opinion, if they would have listened to students, for example, I remember a specific case of HCU and Delhi University where we did a survey. In HCU, the university itself did a survey which found out that many students did not have internet access, so they cancelled online examination. But in DU, the case was different. Students who had internet access, they said that they did not have enough gadgets or enough material, or they did not carry books to their home. One, two, their internet connections are not stable. Many of them don't have internet connection. At least 75% students have said no to online examination in the survey that we did in DU. And DU is considered the most privileged one, where people from little well-off families come and
Correct.
study. And if that is the situation of Delhi University, then let's not even, I mean, we can't even imagine what would be the situation of state and regional universities.
Well, there are a lot of concerns from the student community. Meanwhile, Maharashtra has informed the UGC that it will not be possible to conduct exams in the state. It is the most affected state due to the pandemic. But confusion persists. The question is, why do the students have to choose between their safety and their career? Why can't the government come up with something that will ensure that students are safe and they won't lose their year? Are there no other alternatives, or the government isn't considering the alternatives? Do let us know what you think in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in.
हमारे घरों में भी बच्चे होते हैं जो हमसे प्यार दुलार की आस करते हैं।
हमारा भी जीवन साथी है जिसको हमारे ड्यूटी से घर आने का इंतजार होता है।
हमारे घर में भी एक बूढ़ी माँ है जिनके लिए आज भी हम ही आंखों के तारे हैं।
लेकिन हम हमारे घरों में नहीं हैं। आपकी सुरक्षा में कोई कसर न रहे, इसलिए हम अपने प्रियजनों से दूर हैं।
हम में से ही कुछ तो अब इतने दूर जा चुके हैं कि वो वापस अपने घरों को लौट भी नहीं पाएंगे।
हमें गर्व है कि हमारे कंधों पे मुंबई शहर के नागरिकों की सुरक्षा की जिम्मेदारी है। हमारे जज्बे और बलिदान को व्यर्थ न जाने दे। इस संकट के समय में आप घर पे रहे, सुरक्षित रहे।
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
If you like this video, please share it, and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, well, subscribe to our YouTube channel.